Just recap with UMX1. It's your turn to enjoy.
At the beginning of the film, a woman is seen swimming in the middle of the ocean at dawn. She struggles to stay afloat, barely managing to reach the shore. Exhausted and gasping for breath, she finally collapses on the sand. It's unclear what exactly happened to her. The scene then shifts to two young women who are about to embark on a luxurious yacht vacation with their partners. One of them is dating a wealthy businessman named Jack. Just by looking at him, you can tell he comes from old money. His face may be old, but his bank account is loaded. When they arrive at the dock, Jack's girlfriend Jennifer, along with her friend, gets distracted by a young, handsome crew member on the yacht. That guy is Manuel. He casually greets them, but Jack, noticing their reaction, immediately acts rude toward him. Later, as Manuel is carrying their luggage, a woman suddenly approaches him in a rage. It turns out to be his ex-girlfriend. She lashes out, shouting that she still hasn't forgiven him for cheating on her. Annoyed, Manuel firmly tells her that they are over, but the woman doesn't take it well, and feeling embarrassed in front of everyone, Manuel initially tries to calm her down, but when she keeps shouting at him, Manuel, being as stubborn as ever, retaliates with Furious at what Manuel did, his ex vows to make his life miserable and full of suffering. Classic drama. That night, the four of them have dinner on the yacht. Manuel serves them as their waiter, but he's clearly in a bad mood after the encounter with his ex. Jack, still holding a grudge, openly criticizes him, saying his service is terrible, nothing like what he's used to on more luxurious yachts. Meanwhile, somewhere else on the ship, Manuel's ex, let's call her Olivia, is performing a strange ritual. She opens a refrigerator, pulls out a voodoo doll, and grabs a photo of Manuel. Looks like she's planning something sinister. Back in the yacht's bedroom, Jennifer and Jack are alone. And you know how it goes. When couples go on vacation together, certain activities are bound to happen. In the middle of the rocking boat, under the chilly night breeze, they start, well, you get the idea. Their passionate moment fills the room with loud moans. And unfortunately for Manuel, his cabin is right next door. So whether he likes it or not, he has to listen to every sound. Instead of sleeping, he finds himself completely distracted by the noises. At the same time, Olivia, deep in her ritual, clenches the voodoo doll and strikes it. And then suddenly, Manuel's nose starts bleeding. He assumes it's just because his mind is wandering in the wrong direction. The next morning, Jennifer and her friend are relaxing on the yacht, enjoying the ocean view, while occasionally stealing glances at Manuel, who is serving as their waiter. This time, Manuel is much more polite, even to Jack. But Jack, noticing Jennifer's subtle interest in Manuel, and probably feeling jealous, starts looking for ways to put him down. He intentionally files a complaint about Manuel's poor service to the manager. As a result, the manager scolds Manuel, despite other guests having no complaints. Annoyed, Manuel argues that no one else had an issue except for Mr. Baldy over there, but the manager insists that the customer is always right. That's when Manuel, finally fed up, snaps at his boss and quits on the spot. As he packs his things, he accidentally throws a towel onto an open suitcase, which happens to be on fire. At first, everything seems fine. Jack is fishing while the women are relaxing, enjoying the scenery. But soon they notice smoke coming from the yacht.
No, just let him run. You don't have to do it all.
Captain Richard!
The manager rushes to the kitchen, only to find it already engulfed in flames. He desperately tries to put out the fire, but it's useless.
Smoke.
Realizing there's no hope, he quickly orders everyone to evacuate using the emergency raft. And just like that, the scene shifts to Jennifer, who is now stranded alone on a deserted island. She sits on the beach reflecting on her fate, recalling how their emergency raft got caught in a storm. Out of everyone on the yacht, she's the only survivor. As she stares at the ocean, she suddenly notices something floating near the shore. It looks like a human body. Panicked, she rushes over only to realize it's the yacht's manager. Unfortunately, he didn't survive the disaster. But then, out of nowhere, Manuel appears. Turns out, he also made it out alive. Jennifer is both shocked and relieved. At least she's not alone on this island. That night, another storm rolls in, forcing Jennifer and Manuel to take shelter inside a broken piece of the yacht's wreckage. Jennifer, who has never experienced hardship like this before, is shivering from the cold wind and rain. And you know what happens when people get cold. They seek warmth. Plus, they're all alone on a deserted island. Manuel then... Yup, that's it. He just gives her his shirt. But let's be honest, we all know where this is going. Comment below what you think happens next. The next morning, while Jennifer is still asleep, Manuel goes diving to search for food. When she finally wakes up, she finds him by the shore with a handful of fresh shellfish. But instead of eating, Jennifer, well, just like any city girl, she decides to take a bath in the ocean first. Afterwards, she thanks Manuel for giving her his shirt the night before. Manuel tells her to eat the shellfish, but she refuses, saying she can't eat them raw. She suggests that Manuel catch some fish instead and cook them like they do in movies, by making a fire from scratch. But Manuel, being more experienced in survival, tells her that's just Hollywood nonsense. Surviving a shipwreck is already lucky enough. Right now, their only focus should be staying alive with whatever they can find. After their talk, Manuel suggests they start building a shelter. The two of them work together, gathering wood, collecting rainwater, and finding food to survive on the island. During all this, Manuel starts stealing glances at Jennifer. Looks like he's beginning to catch feelings. After days of the same routine, boredom kicks in. To lighten the mood, Manuel suggests they go for a swim, and being the cheeky guy that he is, he jokingly says, "To keep our clothes from getting wet, we should just take them off." Jennifer, looking at him weirdly, hesitates. Manuel laughs and tries to convince her, saying, "This is an experience you won't get at any other beach. It's just the two of us here, and I promise I won't look." All right, let's take a guess. Do you think Jennifer will agree to this crazy idea, or will she refuse and stay bored on the shore? Comment below before we continue. After hearing Manuel's reasoning, Jennifer hesitates for a moment, but then...
Don't look!
Yup, she actually goes along with his crazy idea. The two of them float in the water, completely bare, relaxing under the sun. As they enjoy the moment, Jennifer suddenly asks, "Why were you so harsh to your ex when we first met? You don't seem like a bad person." Manuel sighs and replies, "She just couldn't move on. She kept trying to get back together, but I couldn't accept it because of something that happened." Jennifer, now even more curious, asks, "What happened?" Manuel takes a deep breath